What's up, nerds? Welcome along to more Good Morning Magic on your screen for your viewing pleasure. Mono, White Martyr, Blue, Red Wizards, Elias Clocker, and Eunice Himmerman. These guys are in contention for top 8 still, so we'll see if they can continue this fantastic run here. And we will continue with coverage here of GP Stockholm, round number 11. With me, Riley Knight in the booth, and Raphael Levy joining me here. Raph, great to have you along as we continue with Good Morning Magic.
Good Morning Magic.
Good Morgen Magic.
No, not Good Morgen. That's
Okay.
not. That's not. Good Morning Magic.
Okay. It just sounds like German with like a potato in your mouth.
That's exactly how I learned Swedish. That's English with a Swedish sauce.
English with Swedish sauce.
Yeah, yes.
I like that.
Lingon sauce.
Squadron Hawk here getting 3 more Hawky boys from the deck here, and then a Delver of Secrets as well.
Did not flip last turn, so pretty bad attacker against a 1 Squadron Hawk.
And Delver of Secrets, in addition to a Soulscar Mage. Both of them wizards, of course. That's the name of the game here for Himmerman. And he's a Martyr of Sands. This card, a keystone of the mono white list here, a way for the deck to gain ridiculous amounts of life, and then of course use that life to prolong the game and ultimately win with things like Serra Ascendant, Ranger of Eos, another great engine card for the deck.
Looks like a very hard matchup for Blue Red Wizards. I mean, now it's going to be good because it's an Obstructionist in Yuna's hand.
Oh,
it might be countering the
counter the Martyr here.
That's gonna be savage.
And Proclamation of Rebirth, another card that is used by Elias Clocker.
I think, isn't it in the cost to reveal the cards? Yeah, it is. So I would like to gain 15 life, please. Is it 15?
And Proclamation of Rebirth, as you can see, doesn't even need to be cast from the hand, just revealed in order to return a Martyr of Sands from the bin to the battlefield. And for that reason, they can set up, the Martyr player can set up these kind of loops where they're gaining a huge amount of life every turn. And for that reason, that's why we see Squadron Hawk filling out the hand very nicely. Raven Inspector there in, Archangel Avacyn in the hand of Clocker as well.
He's only playing 2 Proclamations.
Yes, no, it's generally all they need.
Yeah.
They don't need too many of them. Sometimes you hear this deck referred to as Martyr Proc as a result.
Obstructionists.
So the Nimble Obstructionist cycled to counter the ability there.
That's a pretty good bolt here.
Yeah.
So 1 blue and 2, deal 15 to you. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Also kill your creature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not too bad. I think Clocker was counting on gaining a fair bit more life there, but the triggering activated ability countered ultimately by the trigger from Nimble Obstructionist.
What would you play? Lava Axe. We could play Obstructionist.
Yeah.
5 mana, 5 damage. No. 3 mana, 15 damage.
3 mana, 15 damage, kill your guy. Seems pretty good. Clocker plays a Ghost Quarter. See what his next move is going to be here. He does have plenty more Squadron Hawks to play. We're going to see one of them here. Archangel Avacyn, Runed Halo in the hand here for Clocker as well. What do you name with Runed Halo? That's a tricky one in this matchup.
He's still on 20. He's not... He's safe for now.
Mm-hmm. So maybe just hold on to it for a while. We'll see what he wants to do here.
Avacyn's going to be a pretty big game as well.
Yeah, he's going to be able to hold off all of those small wizardy fellows there. And Elias Clocker, his list playing a split of many of the commonly played Wrath effects. Not only Day of Judgment and Wrath of God, but also Hallowed Burial.
Yeah.
5 mana Terminus without a Miracle Mode.
But it's good with Squadron Hawks.
Very good with Squadron Hawks, yep. Pop the Birdie Boys back in your library and go and fetch them up once again.
The Birdie Boys?
Yeah.
Okay. The Bird Boys.
Bird Boys.
The BBs.
Yep. Forkbolt revealed 2 Delver of Secrets. Means the Insect Elaboration is alive, but of course can be held off by the double block on the Squadron Hawk, although they're not this turn at least.
Oh, what? Is it Delver of... Did he call Delver of Secrets?
Oh, that was the name with... oh, no, Elias Clocker.
That's not the right guy.
That is not the right fellow to name there. So Ruined Halo has given Elias Clocker protection from Delver of Secrets, but not from Insectile Aberration. And a Fork Bolt on both of these Squadron Hawks is going to be huge here, because now Himmerman can get in for a bunch of damage.
For 5, yeah.
Yeah. Or even more if
5,
if
11,
he chooses to.
12 with the bolts.
And look at Wizard's Lightning here. A much cheaper Wizard's Lightning than usual, of course, because of those wizards. And now Clocker, I think, is going to have a bit of a rude awakening and realize that his Rune Halo doesn't protect him from this Insectile Aberration. So Clocker takes a beating here, and Himmerman is really turning the tables on this matchup, Raph.
Yeah, I thought Elias was in a good shape, but now he's facing a lot of damage. How is he on 10?
Well, Himmerman
Isn't he less than 10?
still got action in hand here. Doesn't look like perhaps Himmerman didn't announce the prowess triggers.
I think he was on 18 before the attack.
Okay.
He took 4 from the attack, 5, 6 because of the prowess, plus 3 from Wizard's Lightning.
Yeah.
I would probably missed something.
Well, I'm not sure. In any case, here's Archangel Avison now for Clocker. Old hit from previous standard formats. And Himmerman has walked right into this one. Although, you know, it's not the sort of first thing that comes to your mind when you think of 5 untapped wide mana.
Not now.
Not modern.
Not anymore.
Not in modern anymore. No. Used to be the case, but not anymore. Wizard's Lightning Bolt in hand for Himmerman. He's going to be able to put 3 -1/-1 counters on the Avacyn, so it's not going to... Okay, well, that's not going to work. Did Himmerman have 2 red mana available?
Yeah.
Okay, he's just tapped those 2. Okay, it seemed like one of them was tapped beforehand, but all right, that's okay. Maybe it was tapped and he tanked for a while. And then, anyway, in any case, get across, clock it down to 6 now, or down to 4, taking 6 down to 4. Himmerman also with the option there of allowing just 1 bolt to resolve on the Avacyn.
Yeah, that would... Yeah.
And letting it die while blocking the Aberration. Here's Thraben Inspector now for Clocker. And a Serra Ascendant.
Serra Ascendant
is a nice one.
Yeah, he's pretty much at the bottom of the stairs there now.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, it's not a Serra Ascendant. It's a Serra Descendant.
No, he's just the bottom. He's ascending. It's just a long. So it's a long way up.
It's not Serra Ascendant. It's Serra Ascending.
Yeah, Serra Ascending. Yeah.
Yeah. I liked mine better. Serra Descendant.
Serra waiting for the elevator.
Yep. Hammering the button, because that does make it come faster, as everyone knows. Squadron Hawk now, in addition to the Serra Ascendant. So plenty of blockers here, with Himmerman not too much more action in hand. And generally speaking, Serra Ascendant designed to be a 1 mana 5/5 flying lifelink.
6/6.
Sorry, 6/6, excuse me. But that plan hasn't really come to fruition here, as Clocker lines up some blocks. And in hand, a Lightning Bolt. See where it gets pointed here.
Is it bad in the commander?
No.
No?
No, it's fine. I've beaten Corbin Hostler with
because
Serra
you start
Ascendant.
at 20 now.
You start at 40. Or you start at 10 times however many players, generally capped at 40.
Right.
But no, Corbin Hostler, Paul Cheon, Rashad Miller, they've all tasted my 6/6 Serra Ascendant on turn 1. Rashad Miller he hasn't coming to him. If you've ever played Commander against Rashad Miller, you know he deserves every inch of it. Because he plays one of the most ridiculous Astral Slide decks you've ever seen. No, he has no friends at the Commander table. Clocker as well, without too many friends in this game. Because right now he's in a bit world of pain. Himmerman has really done a great job of putting a lot of pressure on here. Just a Squadron Hawk in hand here for Clocker. He's going to play it. No more Hawks for him to search for. And there's Emiria the Sky Ruin as well. We've got a reader. Ladies and gentlemen. Don't think it's even active yet at this stage. No, Clocker doesn't have 5 other planes.
Got 4.
That's close. Well, I guess with the Field of Ruin, he could get another planes here. So, Himmerman.
I think isn't 6?
Do you need 6? Yeah, you need 7 lands total. Yeah. So it's 6 planes and a Miria.
Unfortunately, he can't turn his.
No, it's 7 planes total. Wow, I'm just
7 or more. Yeah, okay.
I'm just having a terrible time here today. Look at this.
Yeah, Jonas is a pretty commanding position here.
Yep.
Since Elias cannot, like, it's Martyr life, but it only works when you have a bunch of cards in your hand. Cards in your hand.
Yeah.
With no cards in his hand, he's not. Even if he draws a Martyr,
it doesn't help. Yeah, that's the thing. The Martyr player really needs that nimble obstruction is huge.
15 damage is a lot of damage for one card.
That's a lot of damage, man. And also getting rid of the Martyr.
Yeah, Elias not knowing that Jonas is running Obstructionist was probably his downfall in this game. Like, he could have sacrificed it on his turn.
Yeah.
To
guarantee that it happens. But yeah, as a 4 in the Blue-Red Wizards deck, a real problem there for Clocker.
Also calling the Insectile Aberration would have probably helped.
Oh, yeah. Naming Insectile Aberration might have helped a little bit in I mean, maybe he just thought that Himonen looked like, he was a super unlucky dude and was never, ever going to flip the Delver.
But even then, if that's the case, you want to call the Soulscar Mage.
You name Soulscar Mage to that. Well, in any case, Elias Clocker may have learned a lesson or two here as part of Good Morning Magic. And we are now going to head to game number 2 between these two players. Mono White Martyr going down in game number 1. We initially thought that it might be a tricky matchup here because Blue-Red Wizards doesn't have a huge number of ways to get ahead or isn't fast enough maybe to contest the what's going on with the Mono White Martyr deck. But in any case, Himonen putting his cards to good use.
I still like Clocker's chances. If he manages to play around the Obstructionist to gain life. If he manages to sacrifice a Martyr to gain 15 life, I like his chances.
Just even snapping off one of those Martyrs would really change things a fair bit. But as it is, Clocker with a rueful smile on his face after having lost that one.
I mean, lightning bolts are not as good against an opponent with 35 life.
Yes. They represent a far smaller proportion of the available life total there. Anyway, these players going to sideboard as we have a look at the lists of these two players. I've got Elias Clocker's deck list in front of me. Pretty standard list by the look of things. Although he's playing some interesting one-offs in the main deck. Sun Titan, Cami of False Hope, I haven't seen for a while. But in the board, wow, there's some real spice here. Not only the new 5-mana Wrath from M19 Cleansing Nova, there's also Damping Sphere, a recent addition to the deck. And then some older classics, Elspeth Sun's Champion, always happy to see her up and about. Gideon, ally of Zendikar as well. The usual suspects in Rest in Peace, Stony Silence, Surgical Extraction, Hex Parasite, as well as a very honest-to-God Disenchant there. So,
Cami of
False Hope.
False Hope. Do you know what's the? Do you know if it's a mechanical reprint of any other card?
Well, the fact that you're asking if it is or is not is going to lead me to think that yes, it is.
Yes, it is. And what is? What is it? From when?
It is a. I cannot type fast enough to look this up in Google without making it obvious. No, go and give us. What is it?
I think it's from Prophecy.
Okay.
It's a frog from Prophecy.
A frog from Prophecy.
Yeah.
The Prophecy frog.
I think Tim is on it.
Yeah.
I think it's, how is it called?
Well, in any
case,
case,
one green, 1/1 sacrifice fog.
Fog. Okay. Yeah. The fog frog.
Spore frog. Yep.
Spore frog. Look at that little fellow.
Look at this fella, yeah.
Oh, he's very cute. He's a very cute little frog.
So that's the original Cami of the False Hope. So Jonas, well, he has Magma. Oh, he's a Static Caster. That's going to be pretty good to deal with the Squadron Hawks. And I think that's about it. I don't think he wants any other cards in his deck. Maybe Magma Sprays in the early game to deal Sarah Ascendant, but I don't think Elias is going to play his Ascendant without backup. So yeah, is it Static Caster? 2 of them off the board.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice one, especially against those Squadron Hawks and company. Here's Thraben Inspector. Get a little clue token now. All the best, all the greatest hits from Shadows over Innistrad Standard with Thraben Inspector and Archangel Avacyn. But here's a 1-drop of an entirely different order in the form of Delver of Secrets.
We have a Day of Judgment.
Squadron Hawk as well now for Clocker. We'll see if that's going to be the play. Looks like he does have Serra Ascendant. No Martyr of Sands, though. See, I was told that Martyr of Sands gets everywhere. Doesn't look like it.
Between your toes.
Yeah. It's rough.
Yeah.
It's coarse. But all of a sudden, Clocker doesn't seem to have the Martyr of Sands.
In your eyes when you rub them.
Oh, yeah. It's just, it goes from bad to worse. Next thing you're murdering Tuscan Raiders, you don't know what's overcome you. Squadron Hawk fetches out all its buddies. And Thraben Inspector gets busy as well.
Did he get 3 Squadron Hawks? I think he has 8 cards in hand. Oh, 7? Maybe 7. I can't count.
Just 7.
All right, 7 is fine.
Just 7. 7 is fine.
8, that's 1 too many.
8, we're going to have to start asking some questions. Himonen.
That's what the inspector does.
Yes.
He asks questions.
Yep. She comes around and she's like, excuse me, how many cards you got in your hand? Clocker going to sacrifice a clue. Doesn't find a land, however, and so now we're moving to discard by the look of things. Has he got a land?
No, he doesn't.
No land. The Thraben Inspector thinks better of an attack there. We've got an Amonkhet Invocation in the middle of Clocker's hand there.
I'm trying to figure out which one it is.
It could be Day, could be Wrath. Oh, it could be
Wrath of God.
I think it might be Wrath, yeah.
Could be what? Is there any other one?
Was Day one of the...
Day?
Day of Judgment?
No,
I
it can't be
think
Wrath and
Okay.
Day of Judgment. I think Wrath of God.
All right.
Yeah, since he's discarding Day of Judgment, I'm pretty sure that
The other one is a
the other
Wrath,
one's
yeah.
Wrath, yeah.
Yeah, you would think so. It could be anything, though, really.
Well, technically, no. Since we have the deck list, I don't think it could be anything.
No, they didn't print Walking Ballista as an Amonkhet Invocation?
No. Or Avacyn.
Or Cameo False Hope?
Or could be.
It could be for Cameo False Hope, to be honest. It's very difficult to tell. Himonen down to 17 now as he fetches, finds a mountain. Let's see if this Delver's going to flip here. Is Himonen the luckiest man on Earth or the unluckiest man on Earth? That question will soon be answered, ladies and gentlemen, as we have a look at the top card of his library.
Elias can navigate with 2 lands. And if he draws another land, it's pretty good. And if he draws a Martyr, that's even better.
So Himonen finds an opt on the top of his library, chooses not to reveal it to the Delver of Secrets, and is in the process of scrying 1 right now. Puts it on the bottom, going to draw a card. Maybe he's also needing to find a land as well here. Yep, didn't look like he found one there. It does have the Spy Bluff Canal, though, no worries. So he hits his 3rd land and ships now. No attack with Delver of Secrets, not wanting to trade off with the Squadron Hawk.
Oh, here's the Martyr.
Oh, Martyr of Sands off the top.
That's going to spell trouble for Jonas, because now Elias is going to go up to a lot of life, and his Serra Ascendants are going to be very good. It's going to be Serra on top of the things.
Yep. Well and truly living up to their name. So, here is Martyr of Sands.
Is he going to do it main phase or during his turn?
While Nimble Obstruct... Oh, no, Mana Leak instead here for him. So it's not going to matter.
No, it's not going to Martyr?
Not going to matter. Doesn't matter even one bit here. We'll get out the broom and sweep the sand away. And now an attack with both creatures here for Clocker. Back to Himonen. Let's see if he's going to reveal Instant Sorcery this time. Has a look at it. He's thinking about it. Adds it to the hand. It's a Nimble Obstructionist. Yeah. So not able to flip it that time. Chose not to last time with that opt. And an attack now with Delver of Secrets. You see Mutavault there. That's the GP promo version of Mutavault. Another wizard for this wizards list. Mutavault really does it all, huh? It's a coward. It's a sand. It's also sand, isn't it, Mutavault?
No, it's not sand.
Yeah, it's sand.
Sand?
Sand. The creature type sand.
I don't think so.
That is a creature... Oh, mate.
Sand?
Yes.
What, oh, still desert?
No. It is from the card from Legends that makes 100,000 Sand Warriors. Yeah.
I think Sand Warrior may be a thing.
Sand is a creature type. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You can just name sand. Like you can play Cavern of Souls, name sand.
token.
Yeah.
I don't think Azizan Tamar makes sand. It makes sand warriors.
Yeah,
but I
in
think
which case they are sand and warriors. Like a human cleric. You can name human or cleric.
Yeah, an elder dragon is elder and dragon.
Yeah, you can name elder.
Yeah.
Yes, you can name elder. Yeah, for sure.
Sand warriors.
Because there's elder dinosaurs as well. So you could cast Cavern of Souls and cast Nicol Bolas and Zakama off the same cavern. Here's Snapcaster Mage now.
I'll have to check the Azizan Tamar.
Yeah, no, it's true.
No,
it's
sand with the
true.
Dune Brute Nephilim. I can see that.
Yeah, well, that's the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, but that's the old one.
Yeah, well, I'll get it up then. I'll get it up on. Have a look at it here.
Yeah.
When Hazazin Tamar enters the battlefield, create X 1/1 Sand Warrior creature tokens.
You're right.
So you can name sand.
All right.
Nimble Obstructionist now for Himonen, as Clocker commits another Thraben Inspector to the board. There are some absolutely insane creature types.
Entrancing Melodies is the last card in Eunice's hand.
I'm going to sing a little song here. Maybe force someone to switch sides. Oyster is a creature type.
Oh, yeah, well, and this one.
Yeah.
From Homelands. Yeah.
Okay. I'll see if I can find another one that's going to surprise you. You know Coward, obviously. That's the classic.
The Coward's from Future Sight.
Uh-huh.
The Cyclop.
Citizen?
Yeah, Citizens from Fallen Empire.
Subhadian Empires, volume 7.
You have
also
more.
has
You have
Citizens,
actual cards with Citizen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think what's the name of the card? That made 3 Citizen tokens.
Yeah.
In one, it costs 5 or 6 or something. Something town. The town of somewhere. Was good with a hand of justice. Good old combo. Vacation town, yeah.
So, Himonen now. Looks like Mutavolt's been woken up from its slumber. And across comes the
Sand Warrior.
Sand Rhino Rigger Efreet Egg Incarnation Beast Beeble
Wizard.
Org
Wizard.
Lamassu Wizard. And a Wizard's Lightning as well.
I think that would be a good time to draw off this this clue here.
Yep. As both Thraben Inspectors hit the bin.
Eunice is left with not so much left. He has 1 melody and 1 land.
And not too much to do with the melody here as we see the clue token cracked.
Still no other land. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Land number 4.
Yep. Second plane's off the top here. And we'll see what Clocker can do with it. That range of Eos has been unlocked, but Serra Ascendant is really the card that he wants to start to lean on. His life total was just a little bit higher here.
Now, if he has to play the Serra Ascendant, I think he wants to have them 6/6.
Yes.
So Ranger would be the first play, I think.
Fine, yes.
He's gonna find 2 martyrs,
Yep.
or 1 martyr and 1 Ascendant.
So here's the Ranger of Eos, originally an invitational card. Been reprinted with new art, as so many of them have.
Okay, Antoine Rued not featured on this art.
No. They've been very even-handed with reprinting a lot of the very famous invitational cards with new art.
Yeah, some of them have not made it to the reprint.
That's true.
Well, Avalon Strider kept the old art.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because it was reprinted in Future Sight, yeah? Yep.
No, in Time Spiral.
Time Spirals, sorry.
Ulle Rode did not make it to the reprint.
No. Kept his hair, though.
Mike Long did not make it.
No, Tiago Chan, Bob Ma.
No, Mike Long did not make it as a reprint.
Oh, didn't get reprinted at all?
No.
Sure. Well, Olorada's been reprinted.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
of course,
that.
Yeah, reprinted.
Of course.
Of course, yeah. Reprinted in Commander.
Terry Saw did not make it.
So Ranger of Eos goes off and fetches a couple of little 1-drops here for Clocker. And you can see their Martyr of Sands now in the hands of the Martyr player. And Delver of Secrets finally flipped, as we see an Opt revealed to Eunice Himonen. Little flooded here, the Blue-Red Wizards player.
How many lands is he playing?
And we're going to see an Opt played here.
21 lands. That's a lot of lands drawn.
Yep, drawn a full third of them here. Scry 1. That one goes below decks. You can get a good look at the card drawn from the op there. This one might get away from Himonen. Seeing as
Tego-chan.
Tego-chan. But Himonen needs to put his opponent on the clock here. Got a Nimble Obstructionist in hand in addition to a Snapcaster Mage, but there's not a lot of action going on here on the battlefield. Attack for 6 in the air. He's looking at his graveyard here. Maybe we're going to see some Snapcasting going on, but no, instead an Entrancing Melody on the
that's
Ranger of Eos.
It's going to be real bad for Yunas next turn when they have Judgment.
Oh, yeah.
Wrath of God is going to sweep the board clean of the sand and other creatures.
It's going to be rough stuff here. But in the meantime, Clocker makes hay while the sun shines, gets in for a bunch. 5 damage coming across uncontested here on Clocker down to 14. Draws a card, and we may see Wrath of God immediately snapped off here. Yep. Very easy decision, especially after having lost that Ranger of Eos.
Oh, yep. Ranger of Eos is not going to the right place.
Yep. Going to go to the correct graveyard so it can lie at rest amongst its family. And Clocker now has a lot of martyrs. A lot of sand in his shoes. Just come back from a walk along the beach. In comes the Mutavault. A little spongy boy.
Yeah, Magic's making sure that you're not shuffling the cards around. Like, they don't go to the wrong place. Like, there was a card that said you pretty much play with your opponent's deck. It was worded in such a way that it made sure it's not happening.
Oh, right, yeah.
It was Fate
Swap or something?
What was the name of that card?
Martyr of Sands now for Clocker, and I think immediately going to reveal 6 white cards in hand. Himonen gets to have a look at them. That's 18 life.
18 life, that's a lot of life.
Yep, and that's going to turn on the those Serra Ascendants as well.
Shared Fates.
Shared Fate. Shared Fates?
I think it's Shared Fates.
All right. So Clocker now back on the board. 30 life. And as a result, can play a 1-mana 6/6 flying lifelinker. But instead it's going to be another Martyr of Sands. Gain another 15 life up to 45.
Yeah, 45. I don't think Yuna's deck can deal 45 damage.
Himonen draws. Oh, this Martyr's not being sacrificed. Clocker is tempting fate here. He got blown out by a Nimble Obstructionist last time around. And we're going to see now Mutavault.
15.
Sacrifice. Gain 15. Read 'em and weep, my friends. Next turn, you're going to have to deal with 2 flying lifelinking 6/6s. And Clocker up to 45. And this is looking much better here for the Martyr player.
Yeah, at this point, it's my favorite time of the year. The scoop time.
Ah, the scoop time.
This is scoop time. But he wants to see how bad he can get attacked.
Yeah. Yeah, he wants
and
to see
how high Elias can go.
Yeah, how high his life total can get. That's right, yeah.
Maybe for a little test of endurance.
Before he heads down to Ben & Jerry's and takes a big old scoop here.
We'll see if Tim got my... Oh, here we go.
Yeah, no, Tim doesn't miss a trick. Tim Fast Fingers Willoughby, they call him. Snapcaster Mage. No, okay. Himonen really considering his options here. Wanting to flash back the Entrancing Melody.
And then you...
Already activated Mutavault. I think just asking exactly how the Entrancing Melody works on the flashback, but it works as intended, as effectively. You can pay X. So it will mean tapping that freshly animated Mutavault here. So Himonen activates Mutavault and then casts... oh, sorry. Did he activate the Mutavault? No, he tapped... Okay, he tapped 2 mana to cast the Snapcaster Mage. I thought he'd activated the Mutavault, but no, that's all right. And so now we're going to see Serra Ascendant, the target of an Entrancing Melody.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much stealing a Sacred Cat here.
Yes, now it's going to become a 1/1. Unfortunately, it doesn't keep those stats locked in.
You know, it's just a 1/1.
Yep. And now Mutavault's going to get busy and eat a Field of Ruin. Another Plains for Clocker. We're going to get an island or a mountain for Himonen. In Field of Ruin, as you can see, one of the many land disruption options for Clocker. He's playing Ghost Quarter as well. And with a single-coloured mana base Very easy thing to do.
But we saw early in the game that he was missing the second white.
Yeah, very true. That's very true.
Or the seventh white in game 1. I think Mario won the online PTQ last week.
Another Ranger of Eos is going to be enough here for Jonas Himmonen. He's going to pack up his cards, and they're going to go to game number 3 now.
So Mario not a deck to be
not to be sneezed at.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's still winning. I don't know if if Elias was the one piloting the deck because it's a rare occurrence.
Yeah.
In modern tournaments, but he won the PTQ.
Yeah. So it's obviously got what it takes. The deck has got what it takes to run with the big dogs.
I mean, sacrificing a martyr takes care of a bridge from below. So that's one thing to keep in mind.
Yep. That's a very important interaction against the Bridgevine decks of the format for sure.
It is.
It is.
It has Hallowed Burial, pretty good against these pesky creatures.
Hallowed Burial, of course, a sort of different approach to Terminus. Well, I guess Terminus is a different approach to Hallowed Burial, really. Casting it for 5 is, it's expensive, but the effect is very powerful against, yes, decks like the Graveyard deck, or any Graveyard deck, effectively.
I'm trying to see how good that Martyr deck is against White Blue Control.
Yeah.
I mean, Squadron Hawk is not that big of a deal. Seer Ascendant.
It's the Proclamation of Rebirth that's the real issue. Very, very hard for a White-Blue control list to deal with a Proclamation because it doesn't get countered.
But is it? I mean, what do you get back?
I don't know. You get back your Seer Ascendants and just...
Yeah, but they get passed to exiled.
That's true. Yeah. You've got to save your paths for that. Yep, for sure.
So maybe Emeria is not... Even Emeria is not great. I mean, you need a lot of lands and it gets destroyed by Field of Ruins.
I guess Teferi is going to change the matchup significantly from how it used to be.
Yeah, Teferi, like, you can't attack Teferi. You can't... If it's played, you can't counter it, and you need to attack it. And your creatures are just too weak to threaten Teferi. So it feels like One White Martin might be a little
yeah, things
behind.
might have changed. Things might have changed. I know the matchup wasn't favourable in the past, but things might be a little bit different now. As we looks like Himmonen is taking a mulligan here. Going down to 6. Clocker happy with his opening 7. Let's see how things pan out between these two players now. In round number 11, game number 3 between Clocker and Himmonen. White-blue Martyr on the left, blue-red Wizards on the right. And Himmonen, no turn 1 play for him just yet. May have an opt to play end step. Looks like he does. Thraben inspected the play for Clocker.
The best turn 1 in the standard for a very long time.
Indeed. So opt. Himmonen knows the card on the top thanks to the pre-game scry there. Finds another opt on top. Looks like he's got a land. A Delver of Secrets as well. Maybe that one was freshly drawn. I'm not sure. You'd think you'd want to cast your Delver. Flooded Strand. Goes and finds perhaps a Steam Vents here. Yes, indeed. Himmonen playing fast and loose with his life total down to 17 here. We'll see if he wants to deploy a Delverino. Yep. Not so good at setting up Delver to flip here. Not like something like a Serum Visions, but being played at instant speed with Snapcaster really is very powerful indeed. Path to Exile at the top for Clocker. And Flagstones of Trocare.
That the mechanics on that card, Flex on Stroker, changed a lot in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, at first it was you only have one legend in play, so if your opponent has one and you play yours, then
they both get destroyed.
Yeah. And you don't have, and your planes comes into play tapped, so you can't play what you want to do. And then you could play both, and then if you play 2 of them at the same time, you got 2 lands off your deck. Now it's only 1, and now it doesn't matter if your opponent has 1.
Oh, really?
Like the card has been doing very different things since it was first printed.
The text on it hasn't changed.
Yeah,
but its effect has changed enormously over the years. Oh, that's very interesting. Look at now.
Still good.
Ghost Quarter. We'll see what his next move is. We didn't see any 2-drops from the Marta player. We'll see if he's got anything to do on turn 3 now.
So you can Ghost Quarter your Flexum Stroke here to get 2 planes.
Going to get 2 planes, put
to
them in play
to replace your 2 lands.
Yeah, that's hot.
But that's a way. That's a way to trade your Ghost Quarter for a white source.
Yes. And Marta of Sands the play here for Clocker. Himinen's going to have a look at the top card of his library, thanks to the Delver of Secrets trigger. Doesn't like the look of it, so he's going to shuffle it away. Obviously, the Delver's not going to flip, but a weird kind of scry effect that the Delver enables by doing this here.
So he's playing 3 Flexums of Stroke here.
Himinen finds another opt on top here. Fires it off immediately. If you're looking for some more action. See if he likes to look at this card on top. Yep. Nimble Obstructionist. So Clocker's going to be in for another big surprise if he sacrifices the Martyr. He's thinking about if he wants to do it, but the Obstructionist is going to ruin his day here. Oh no. Elias Clocker. Don't do it, my friend. I know he's going to... Okay, he's going to Ghost Court his
Oh no, wait. He can also Obstructionist...
yeah, he could have Obstructionist... Oh no.
The Ghost Quarter? Oh, that would have been so good.
Yeah, that would have been pretty sick. So both of them should be in play. Oh no, the one of them comes into play tapped, one comes to play untapped.
Yeah, the other thing with Flexum Stroke here is that you can fetch a planes in your deck.
Yeah.
And Mistveil Planes
is a planes.
Doesn't
have to be basic planes.
Nope.
So yeah, that would have been pretty brutal if Himinen had cast cycled the Nimble Obstructionist in response to the Ghost Quarter there.
No, but he wants to counter
the Martyr of Sands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just fair enough here. Spells Snare, Snapcaster Mage, and a Lightning Bolt in hand here for Himinen. And Lightning Bolt off the top as well here, which is going to flip that Delver. Not a bad hand here for Himinen as he gets busy, gets across for 3. We'll see what Clocker wants to do. Sooner or later, he's going to have to try to sacrifice the Martyr, and it's not going to work out too well for him.
Well, he doesn't have a way to deal with the Obstructions in hand.
No. He's a Field of Ruin now.
Doing a attack step, which is probably the best timing for that.
Himinen thinking about floating and using mana here. He may look to force the issue with a Lightning Bolt. Ultimately, his Steam Vents hits the bin. Go and search for a basic. And Field of Ruin, not necessarily at its best against these basic heavy lists. Himinen is playing quite a number of basics.
It's only 4.
Only 4 basics?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right. I take it back. That's a little greedy. I don't know that Himinen needs all of these non-basics. He's Path to Exile on the Delver of Secrets.
I like the way Life's playing this game, though. Like, not sacrificing the Martyr is pretty much putting Jonas in a nether void. He needs to keep 3 mana open the whole game to counter the activation of the Martyr.
Which is very much going to stunt that development, although now Path to Exile finding the final basic here.
All right, now every other Ghost Quarter, Field of Ruin.
Just Stone Rain.
Going to be Stone Rains. Well, Field of Ruins actually get you a land.
Yeah,
so it's better than
Stone Rain. Back to Clocker now. Finds Squadron Hawk off the top. Sun Titan also in hand for him here. He's only 1 land away from casting it too. Squadron Hawk.
Yeah, with no pressure.
He's going to eat a Spell Snare.
No pressure in Elias on 20 life. It's going to be a very hard game for Jonas to win. Does he have a way to counter the Sun Titan?
Something like a Mana Leak in the deck, but not in hand at the moment here. So across come the Clowns.
Adding insult to injury here.
Yeah.
Attacking with the Martyr of Sands.
Yeah.
You don't want to kill it? Oh, well.
And now Nimble Obstructionist
that would be the time to
just cast as a 3/1.
Yeah, sorry. I hope you don't mind.
2 mana first. putting Squadron Hawk on the bottom of the library and then sacrificing Martyr of Sands to reveal 4.
Good timing here. Good sequencing.
Yeah. Because otherwise the Misfell Planes wouldn't be able to be activated.
Yeah.
Yep.
You need 2 permanents.
2 white permanents, yep.
2 white permanents, yes.
So, Clocker gains 12 up to 32, and Himinen chooses not to block after flashing in that Nimble Obstructionist. Attacking for 3 in the air now. Clocker down to 29.
It's the only land that so play from that cycle. The other land's not as good.
No, I wouldn't even know that. I didn't even know they existed.
Oh, there's a leash-ridden swamp.
Oh, of course.
That deals 1 damage.
Yeah.
The green one gains your life.
Uh-huh.
The red one shuffles your deck, I think. And the blue one
Draws 3 cards and decks your opponent.
Yeah, something like that. Now, the blue one does something very relevant.
Martyr of Sands, the play here for Clocker.
I don't even remember what the blue one does.
Back to Himinen now, who is still holding on to this bolt. Going to go straight at the face here.
Yeah. Boom. 26.
Yep. Taste it. And a lightning bolt once again going at the face. Going to be exiled.
That's not a winning strategy.
Not a winning strategy here for Himinen. Clocker with too much life and can gain even more of it thanks to Martyr of Sands in addition to Ranger of Eos. And let's not forget about that Sun Titan there.
I think his plan is to keep Elias away from 30 life.
Uh-huh.
But this is just not going to work.
Attack for 5 now.
This whole cute combo with Avacyn, Archangel Avacyn, and Martyr of Sands.
Martyr, yeah, because you can guarantee a creature dying. So Clocker thinking about what he wants to do here. We may see Avacyn, Archangel Avacyn deployed here. No, just 2 mana this time, 3 mana. Field of Ruin on the Spire Bluff Canal. So Himinen can use another Nimble Obstructionist, the other one in hand. He's playing 4, so it's not surprising to see that he's got an extra copy. But Spire Bluff Canal ultimately hitting the graveyard. Himinen's going to shuffle, although he's got no more basics to find.
Elias shuffles Squadron Hawk.
Yes.
Back in the deck.
Yep.
It was at the bottom, now it's back around
somewhere. Yep. A block with the Martyr of Sands on the Snapcaster Mage. Pops another Martyr of Sands back in at the bottom of the library there. And going to activate the ability. Reveal 3 cards, gain 9 life before taking 3. And going to 29.
Actually, I'm not sure about that. Shuffle the Squadron Hawk back in the deck.
No.
Because you have a Sun Titan in hand.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. If you play the Sun Titan, you can reanimate a Squadron
Hawk and get them back, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you don't have the target anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, you're right.
Clocker was obviously...
It's much easier to say it after I said it.
Determined to doing it.
But I agree. This is not...
So Serra Ascendant.
It's questionable.
Just 1 life point away from being a huge 6/6.
Is he playing around Mana Leak?
Potentially. And Himinen may just deploy this 3/1 here.
Just to attack. How's he going to deal with Avacyn?
Not easily, I think is the answer.
No, yeah.
Not easily.
The answer is not.
Oh, just not even not easily,
Not.
just not. Jonas Himinen only with 1 copy of Mana Leak in his 75. Not a lot of ways to deal with big creatures, as you'd expect in a blue-red deck. No black or white removal spells to deal with things like that. And having a read at the Serra Ascendant there is Himinen. Buff. It's going to eat a lightning bolt here. Now, if Clocker has a single way to gain life, of course, this lightning bolt will do nothing. But the other thing that will do nothing is Avacyn, Archangel Avacyn, which will make it indestructible.
I mean, the Serra Angel body of Avacyn is going to be hard enough to beat, so...
But look at this. The cycling of Nimble Obstructionist means that the Serra Ascendant will die after all.
Oh, and Avacyn's going to flip.
So that'll sweep the board.
Yeah, Avacyn's flipping this turn, so... Yep.
So still no good attacks here for Himonen.
Maybe he actually wanted him to save the Sarah Ascendant, so Everson didn't have to flip.
Yep. But Avison the Purifier is going to do 3 damage to the rest of the team. And, of course, to Himonen's Domsky as well. So Himonen very wise to attack here, as it's not getting any better for him.
Is that
Nope, just going to pass.
Is that the
That's the new
the pre-scoop?
that's the new symbol for
Well,
I'm very close to losing. Clasping your hands together there like that. As Avison the Purifier makes her appearance. Clocker clocks his opponent for 6. Himonen down to 4 life. Don't think there's anything much that can be done here. This mighty angel is going to sail across to victory as Ranger of Eos comes down as well. Maybe go and search for some martyrs or some Sarah Ascendants. Or a walking ballista as well, just to close things out here, as well as a Thraben Inspector. Doesn't need the key cards of the deck, doesn't want them.
All the value.
So Clocker now plays his Thraben Inspector, even going to be able to cycle away that clue token as well. Himonen off the top, what can he find? There's not very much that's going to get him out of this. Hour of Devastation comes to mind, but I don't think he's playing that card. 3 mana, 3 very nervously tapped mana.
I mean, he could draw like 20 cards and still lose.
And it's a Vendilion Clique targeting myself.
You have to reveal it, yeah.
Have to reveal the card. Not the whole hand, just the card. Going to reveal a Spell Snare. Pop that on the bottom. Get a rebuy here. 1 time off the top.
And that's probably not what he wanted. I don't know what he wanted, but that's
but
not
it probably
it.
wasn't
that's
it.
Not it.
Yeah. Yep. No, I'm looking over the sideboard, Raph, and there isn't too much that really will do it here.
An upheaval effect, something.
Nope, just one of the limpest handshakes you're likely to see this side of Christmas, my friends, as Elias Clocker takes it out and continues to 9-2. A great effort from him. Obviously, Mono White Martyr coming out of left field just a little bit here, Raph, but certainly got it done on the day, and we may see him continue his onslaught towards the top 8. Unfortunately for Jonas Himmerman, however, that is all she wrote for his top 8 prospects. But of course, that's the way the news goes sometimes, Raph.
That's the way the news goes.
That's the way the news goes. We are going to check in with our back tables with Time Walk Magic, my friends. But before that, we've got to go to a break. So stick around, because after these ads, more Magic coming your way from GP Stockholm. Welcome back to the booth here at GP Stockholm. My name's Ronnie and I'm joined by Raphael Levy. Great to have you along, Raph. And of course, we have Time Walk Magic lined up for you here, and we're going to check in with one of the, the only player who could potentially upset Seth Manfield in the Player of the Year race. It is, of course, Luis Salvato out of Argentina. Now, we're going to check in here with game number 3. Luis Salvato went down in game number 1 after a very hard fought battle against Leo Ahonen on hardened scales. But ultimately equalised at 1-1, these two players. And so as a result, it all comes down to game number 3. So Salvato, of course, as we say, Raf, is the only player who can overtake Seth Manfield as yet. And to do that, he needs to reach the quarterfinals. Yeah,
if he reaches the top 8, he ties with Seth Manfield and will force a playoff. And if he makes it to the semis, he is indeed our 2017-2018 Player of the Year.
So high-stakes magic here for Salvato. He has been on a tear so far, and a Stony Silence on turn 2 is going to be a great little number here for him against Leo Ahonen on hardened scales. Looks like Ahonen's playing white as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see some white sideboard cards, the reason for that white splash there.
Basic planes.
Basic planes as well, an unusual inclusion.
Was Leo in the finals of the GP Manchester?
Yeah, the name rings a bell.
Yeah. He was playing white-blue control.
Against Simon Nielsen.
Yep.
Who won with red-black aggro. So, Salvato, hitting his land drops, no worries here. You can see he's playing white-blue control. Definitely the deck of the tournament so far. A lot of very big names playing, including Larsson, Thomas Entervolts, and they were the last undefeated players in the room. Ivan Flock also 8-0 at the end of day number 1 on white-blue control here.
That's a very land-heavy hand on Leo's side. It's not going to fare well against Lewis's double pass to exile Snapcaster Mage draw.
No. Looks like Salvato has plenty of answers for the threats that Ahonen has brought to bear here. Ahonen cycles away a Horizon Canopy and then gets busy with the 2 little 1/1s.
Right, no response here.
Salvato taking it easy. Gaddock Teague in hand here for Ahonen. He can deploy the nasty little hobbitses here, and it looks like he's going to.
The Kithkin.
And this may provoke a response here from Salvato because his deck doesn't really do everything that it should do once Gaddock Teague comes down. But a Field of Ruin on the brushland here. It looks like Salvato is going to test the mana base of Ahonen and see how many basics he's rumbling with. Usually the Hardened Scales list plays 6.
This one is only playing 4.
3 forest, 1
because
plains.
of the 4 brushlands.
Yeah. Double Razor Verge Thicket as well here. And it is for cards like Gaddock Teague. See Path to Exile on the board as well. Dramoka's Command.
And that's it.
Path to Exile also in the main, excuse me.
Yeah.
But no, obviously no Stony Silence, and obviously also no Rest in Peace. Here's a Terminus off the top, though. That's a nice one from Salvato.
It's good that he got rid of the Gaddock Teague.
Yes, indeed.
Wow, well, now with a Path and a Snapcaster Mage, he's pretty safe.
Terminus putting exactly 0 creatures on the bottom of the library as Ahonen sacrifices his artifact creatures to do some extra damage to Salvato here, who is on 18 as a result. But now, Path to Exile, Snapcaster Mage, Teferi, and a Cryptic Command that Salvato is about 100,000 years away from actually casting. Opt off the top.
Up the top.
Opt up the top. And Salvato, with just 1 blue source, chooses not to cast the Opt until the end step. His opponent.
I like how Leo is now playing his Darksail Citadels. He saw that Lewis was short on blue sources.
And doesn't want to provide him a way to
he doesn't have he doesn't have another basic land. So if Lewis decides to destroy the Darksail Citadel,
which wouldn't work,
but
it will still get him a basic.
Yeah, and Lewis would get another blue.
Yes. So smart stuff from there from Ahonen. Very, very tiny little edge there, but it's still doing good work in preventing Salvato from having access to double blue. And we know that it needs triple blue as well. Here's a Pithing Needle. It's going to eat a mana leak there from Salvato with perfect answer for the Needle.
So
which
maybe
would have shut off that Teferi.
so maybe that play with the Darcy Citadel was a little too smart.
Yes,
Because now he would have been able to play around that mana leak.
He would have been able to
And now
pay for the leak, but doesn't play the shame land afterwards, of course. And now Salvato with a perfect draw anyway, finding an island. So he can now start to snap off multiple blue spells a turn if he chooses. And Opta's going to start things off here for Salvato. Still has the island to play, of course. Let's see if he likes the top card. It's a Celestial Colonnade, so he likes the look of that. Going to play it too, untap both lands thanks to Teferi. And so we're off to the races now. Salvato with plenty of blue mana to spare. It looks like single Arcbound Worker, double Darksteel Citadel in Lahonen's hand.
And Dromoka's Command. Oh, it's Dromoka's Command double Citadels in hand. Dromoka's Command not at its best here.
There's not very little fighting to be done. Very few enchantments to sacrifice. Salvato with another land off the top. Draws again, thanks to Teferi. Now he's got all the blue lands that he can shake a stick at. Look at this.
Yeah, Dromoka's Command is probably just for Stony Silence.
Yep. Hang on, wait, what?
He destroys.
Sacrifice enchantment.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not gonna fight.
Yeah, not gonna fight the Stony Silence.
No, he's not yelling to fight the silence. He is just.
There's the. Finally, we see the Darksteel Citadel played with the animation module. Good reason for playing the land now. Of course, the animation module thrives on having a bunch of mana available. But still, Teferi on 7 loyalty. Celestial Colonnade to defend him as well. Things looking good for Salvato. Counter draw on Cryptic Command. The animation module. And now the Arcbound Workers come in to pressure the Teferi. One's going to eat a Path to Exile. And the other is too. Lahonen with no more basics to find here, so just straight up Swords to Plowshares, or even better, really.
They're slacking on the job here. Just like,
Arcbound Workers, they're
working now. I'm just going
to
go away.
Lazing off.
I just go on an early retirement.
Heading home early. Yep. Heading home for an early lunch. As Salvato gets in for 5 now, also for 4, I should say, with Colonnade. And this one looks to be in the books here.
1-1 for 2.
Half-hearted Steel Overseer from Lahonen. And now we can see a Teferi Ultimate. Yep. And now every card comes with a free exile on effect. And this is what happens so much of the time. You see a second Teferi following the first. And as a result, Luis Salvato improves to 10-1, Raph, one step closer to a top 8 finish that would tie him for Player of the Year against Reed Duke. Raph, you've played at the top level of Magic for a long time as a member of the Hall of Fame, of course. What does the Player of the Year title involve?
It's like the celebration of your year and of like you beat every other Magic player in the world.
You are the best.
It's not just one tournament where maybe you got lucky, maybe you got good pairings, maybe you were better prepared for the tournament. But Player of the Year, like you've been better on all the tournaments of the year.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty big game.
Pretty big deal, and we'll see how things go with Salvato as the tournament continues. But right now, we're going to check in with Joel Larsson and Thomas Entervolts. These guys, both on white-blue control, both undefeated so far. Larsson, the hometown hero, and Thomas Entervolts from just down the road in Denmark, of course. But Larsson, a Stockholm local, and very proudly flying the colours of the... I'm going to try it again. You ready? 3 kronor?
It's close though.
I did my
3.
best. 3 kronor.
3 kronor.
3 kronor.
Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty good.
That's enough.
I just got to put on my Torbjorn voice. I have big plans for you. That didn't really sound very Swedish. Swedish is tricky, man.
Very tricky.
Tricky, very tricky language. Always singing all the time. That was what I used to live with a Swede called Adam in Berlin. And he said that the key to speaking good Swedish was to be singing all the time.
He was right.
Yeah, I guess so. I want to, once again, unreserved apologies to all of the Swedes who are listening to me mercilessly butcher their language.
No, I'm making up for it.
Yes, of course, with your perfect Swedish, as we see now Larsson.
Tack.
And Entervolts trading early blows with cards like Field of Ruin here.
Oh, it's mostly to get colored mana.
Yes.
He was
Entervolts
a little short on card mana.
with Field of Ruin and Ghost Quarter. Although removing that Celestial Colonnade is still, I mean, right now it's not the most relevant thing in the world, but it will be ultimately.
Yep.
Jace the Mind Sculptor off the top here for Larsson. But he's going to cast Cryptic Command, bouncing his land in order to counter that Field of Ruin activation. Next level plays here for the Swede. And Search for has countered the play for Entervolts, who finally finds that second island. He still doesn't have a white source, however. Isn't in great need of it, but it does open the opportunity here for Larsson to resolve a Jace the Mind Sculptor. Immediately brainstorms. Surgical Extraction has been brought in by Larsson. I got the chance to catch up with him about his list earlier in the week, and specifically the position of his sideboard. We may get a chance to chat about that as the match continues, but he has brought in the Surgical Extraction against blue-white or white-blue control. Given their dependency on many of the powerful planeswalkers, snagging one of them can be huge here, or even just something like a Celestial Colonnade after it's been Field of Ruin. So in hand for Larsson, you can see plenty of interaction. Going to brainstorm again here. Finds more of it as well with a Dispel, backing up the Logic Knot in hand. Opt as well, Path to Exile. An embarrassment of riches for the hometown hero.
Yeah, with Thomas he's not going to pick up the pace. I mean, Joel is brainstorming every turn. He hasn't missed a land drop. Thomas has missed like 2.
Yep.
He's been struggling with his mana, and he's not drawing 2 cards a turn.
And a Surgical Extraction now for Larsson. He may be targeting Field of Ruin here. Yes, indeed he is.
To protect his later Celestial Colonnades.
Yes, and even maybe his own Fields of Ruin. So he can... I mean, obviously, in this matchup, Field of Ruin isn't going after non-basics in order to make... color screw them, make the color requirements of the opposing mana bases difficult because they both have such huge amounts of basics. But protecting Celestial Colonnades from opposing Fields of Ruin is very important here. And Yol has only got 1 left, effectively, thanks to the Ghost Quarter from Entervolts. The other thing that Larsson is doing here that's very important is gaining a lot of information. As you see,
from sideboard,
he's already gone through the deck and found all the copies of Field of Ruin that Entervolts is playing. But what he's doing now is just making some quick mental notes about which cards have been brought in and taken out.
Yep.
Which cards he's going to have to play around. And you can see there the hand of Entervolts. Click, Snare, Path, Snapcaster, Dispel. Which spell?
I don't know.
That spell.
The instant spell?
That spell. And Larsson now with a Logic Knot on the Vendilion click. Going to keep that off the board and protect his Jace the Mind Sculptor. Still has a Spell Queller in hand, I believe, the Swede.
I've seen him play that Spell Queller a lot. Every time I see a game of Larsson, either in the feature match or in the normal regular tables, there's always Spell Queller that caught a Jace or something else. So very happy with this the spirit. And he has only 2, and every time I saw it, I saw 2 of them. So pretty efficient spell in the mirror.
This is beginning to... It is reminding me a little bit of 1470 right now. The first Dano-Swedish war, where the Swedes well and truly gave it to the Danes. Gave them an absolute pasting they did back in the 15th century. And Larsson looking to invoke the wrath of his ancestors here. Jace the Mind Sculptor still online. This Search for counter hasn't flipped, and Entervolts hasn't really done anything worth writing home about. We could see Larsson, and yes, indeed we do. Look at that. Taking it home at 11-0. The hometown hero welcome you back to the booth. Yol Larsson. What a tear he is on.
It's, 4 rounds to go?
Yeah.
He used to go 2-2.
Probably very achievable for someone who's built up a head of steam like this. And we may see that magnificent hair in the top 8 yet, my friends. Been great to see the local boys get up and about. Entervolts still well and truly in this tournament, of course, just from around the corner in Denmark, and he'll be hustling and busting to try to get into that top 8 as well. even after being dispatched there by Larsson.
Yeah, he's in what, 10-1?
10-1.
10-1's still not bad.
Yeah.
3-1 is achievable.
3-1's easy. Easy game. Easy game for a player of Thomas Entervolts's caliber. But that is all she wrote for this round, ladies and gentlemen. Things are heating up now as we head towards the top 8. And, of course, we'll keep a close eye on those players that you need to know about as we head towards the final cut before Sunday Night Magic. Luis Salvato in the race for Player of the Year, of course. The Argentinian needs to make it to the quarterfinals. I know we've said this a lot, but it is a very, very important thing to stay on top of here if he wants to topple Seth Manfield as the Player of the Year. And, of course, plenty of players still in contention for top 8.
Yeah, it's like, as we said, the biggest deal of the year.
That's right.
I would
So
say.
We'll keep an eye on things as they continue right now, my friends. However, we have to take a break. On the other side of this, Tim and Simon will be with you for the next round of GP Stockholm. Stick around. We'll see you back here soon.
Always know the right play to make? Show off your skills at a local preliminary Pro Tour qualifier. With over 2,000 game stores worldwide running PPTQs, find an event near you at magic.wizards.com/PPTQ.
The game I fell in love with, I want people to experience in many different possible ways. And one of the things that I want to see is it express itself in a modern sensibility, in the way that people are playing now. And that part of that is going digital. Like, I love tabletop, and we'll continue to make a tabletop game, but we really want to bring out the best experience, the Magic experience, the electrifying thing that made me fall in love with the game. We want to have people play that in a digital form.